Well, hello. This is Brandon.
And I'm Justin.
And this is the Laughing Grass Podcast.
I want to thank you for joining us. And if nobody's watching, then I'm just sitting here talking with my buddy. How you doing?
I am not too bad this week.
I was really okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. I was. You had me hanging on your
For dear
words.
life,
Yeah.
right?
I didn't know what was going to be the end of that sentence. So, well, good. I'm glad. I think I might know why you're doing a little better. I think why your spirits are up, which is completely understandable, and it's great. But on a side note, real quick,
Mm-hmm.
because on the way over here, I saw someone getting arrested.
Fucking why?
Well,
Well, they're just on the road?
no, well they were in the HEB parking lot.
Yeah.
So I'm going. They're in that first turn, and then the cops there, and he's just like sitting there with his hands handcuffed, and like they were like, I don't know, they looked like they were getting a bag. They looked like they were gonna put his head in a bag. I don't know. It was weird. I was driving by.
Oh, if he was spitting on him,
That's the
probably
only
it's a
that's
spit mask.
yeah. That's the only thing I was thinking. He
So,
looked pretty dirty, but it's like
ooh,
when you every time you see somebody like handcuffed as you're driving by, you're like, that sucks.
that sucks.
That does suck. I don't know anything about that guy, but it does suck. But then I also was thinking about like,
The guy that died.
like, dude, if we're hanging out and one of the lines you use in your vocabulary when you're dealing with police is, I want to speak to a supervisor. I don't want to be your friend. Got no reason to hang out. Nope. I got nothing in common with you. That's drama. I mean,
Okay, so there's certain situations that I might use that.
okay.
If they are like actually violating my rights,
Yeah.
yes,
Of course.
let me speak to your fucking supervisor.
But
But if you're just being a dick and you're gonna let me go, nah, you can go. I'm not gonna be like, all right, cool.
I just want you to like bow down.
100%. Any person in authoritative
Yeah.
figuring, yes,
And that-
they
and
want you to bow down.
I'm
They want
cool.
the control.
I'm cool with that. I will let you have it because
I want to go home.
Well, yeah, but not only that, but at this point in time, you do have the control. Like some people don't want to admit it, and
Oh, yeah.
that's just how it is. You have the ability to not allow me to go home, right? Whether
Yeah.
or not it's constitutionally right or backed or whatever. Right now in this moment, that ain't going to be cleared up today. That's going to be
No.
fucking months down the road.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So if I can go home today,
If I can go home today,
I'm going the fuck home.
I'm gonna go home, shut up, and it's like I don't understand why people have some people are just so combative with cops that you're like you see a video and they're like they already have it. You're like, all right, well this is gonna go terribly wrong, and I can't wait to see it.
Did you see that video of that one woman? She was like,
I'm sure there's a million of them.
she's like, I don't feel safe. You're a rapist and all this shit. Like, I don't know if it was. Let me see if I can.
I don't know.
Let me see if I can find it because it was.
TikTok knows to fucking. I keep watching the freedom of speech auditors.
Oh yeah.
I can't like. I don't know how it knows that that's what I want to watch,
That's not.
but it's like like I can't help it. The guy's just standing there with the camera, and they're like, "What are you filming?" And he's like, "I don't have to tell you." And they're like, "Well, I'm gonna call the cops because I don't want to be on film." But it's like, okay,
Well,
are you in a public place?
yes.
Yes, you are. Okay, so that's already out of the window. You don't.
Oh yeah.
If you don't want to be recorded, walk away.
Well, exactly. And the only time that you're not able to be recorded is in like a private establishment. So
What is it like? What is
But
technically
even-
a private establishment?
so a store can
Label themselves as private.
Well, yes. That and it technically is a private establishment.
Okay, right. But how are you able to be like, you know what? Fuck normal people. We're private.
Yeah. Right.
It's like we are private people. But no, those videos, I watch a good about like 45% of those that come my way,
Yeah.
and I can't help but like love seeing someone get owned. Why is that? It's so stupid. It's a dumb thing. I get nothing from it. But watching someone just be like, yeah, you were wrong. You should have known better. And they're like, no, dude, I can record you. It doesn't matter. What?
Oh, just you type in Karen and you get a lot of things.
Do you have the timer going?
Uh,
I think it's been like what, a couple minutes?
It's been 5 minutes, so.
Okay. Um. Yeah.
Where's
I mean, the Karen search. Nobody's naming their kid Karens anymore.
oh hell
That
no.
fucking stopped. You know, that stopped fucking a couple years ago. I think that stopped when that when that one chick was calling the cops on the people at the park, the black people that were just trying to have a barbecue.
Oh, that was funny.
I think that's really when.
And she's the one that got fucked up over it.
Yeah, of course.
I would do.
Yeah, that's good because it's already been 5. Um, yeah, yeah. I don't feel there's black people here, and they're like, man, motherfucker, we're trying to eat some fucking
Fucking
food.
food.
Yeah, fuck off.
Like,
People are what?
so do you remember this? I don't know why this popped up, but
Oh, like didn't she?
so the bike was actually being stolen from her. She paid for it.
Yeah.
And then there's still this has not been fixed. New York City Hospital, Karen on leave after viral fight over city bike. So come to find out, he actually did steal the bike. He was stealing the bike from her.
Oh
And
wow.
like, yeah, but she's the one that got. She worked all fucking day in the
God,
hospital just to come out.
poor thing.
Yeah.
That's fucked,
And they
dude.
still haven't edited this to be correct. That just tells you how fucked our media system is because
Well,
they'll lie and lie and lie and lie.
like I've said, dude.
And it doesn't matter what fucking station you watch,
Oh
they
yeah,
lie.
yeah. Well, like I've said on this podcast, and I'll say it again. I was definitely a victim of believing the media coverage over Trump and all that
Oh
shit.
yeah,
And you know what I mean? Like totally, I ate into the Trump dystoria or whatever the fuck.
yeah.
What's it called?
Well, it's Trump derangement syndrome,
That's
and
what
that
it
is
is.
actually like being proven to be an actual
I
thing.
fucking how can it not be? I mean, people go fucking crazy.
Ape shit.
And
You mention his name and they
I
go
was a part of
fucking.
that. Like I was like engulfed in the ideas of like this guy is really bad and look he did this and everything was lie after lie after lie after lie. It wasn't in that light. It wasn't a complete fucking quotation. You know what I mean? There were so many things that were just
Yeah.
not what they were all meant, like not they were all supposed to be or what I thought they were supposed to be. It was, you know, under the shade of what the media was throwing at
Oh
me.
yeah. When it's selective editing, because
And
they can take a clip out of context totally from just a second after it actually would clarify what he's talking about,
mhm.
or anybody of that matter,
Oh, they do it
because
too.
they do it to the left too.
Well,
But the left doesn't have to do it so much because half of the shit that they say is fucking loony.
um,
Oh yeah.
yes.
Oh shit, I totally forgot.
Yep. Well, like I was saying, it's just I had to come to understanding. You have to want to hear the truth, right? More than what than
Than the lie that you've been told and
no no no.
that you've been made
You
to
have to you
believe.
have to want to hear the truth more than be correct or have your thoughts be corrected or what's the word when I'm looking for when someone proves what you were saying, like
Um.
people would rather not find the truth but just take faith that what they believe is correct, right?
Oh
Without
yeah.
with you know what I
Well,
mean?
it's a kind of a false dichotomy too.
Right, okay.
Like you get um. So they have the saying a lie travels faster than the truth.
Of course.
So by the time the truth actually comes out, who knows what the fucking truth is at
Ah,
that point? Because there's been so many
because the lie may have morphed into the
the
truth.
morphed into 12 different factions of the truth. And then and that's why it's so hard to even decipher, and why people are so lazy anymore to even get good information is because they type in Google and they click the fucking top link
Well,
that, by the way, Google just got in trouble for that shit,
for like
for hindering,
curating.
well, yeah, curating like what's on their pages.
Yeah. Well, because you don't think that like that is a style of manipulation. Like you don't see that like when you're looking over manipulation and you're looking at what things are and what how you can move shit around when you get to the point of like okay, I didn't think that just because I go to search something, that having it be 4 pages from the first page
Yeah.
will alter so much
Oh yeah.
because of how lazy things are, or just everybody wants the quick answer.
Well,
That's the
oh,
first loaded page. Here it is. You know what I mean? Like, but you can overlook that as far as like that's a slight manipulation. Like
that's
that
information. That's actually information.
or
Well,
misinformation.
it's not even misinformation. Well, it is because they're showing the lies and shit first. So let's go to.
Well, I was going to say the best example was when the assassination attempt on Trump, when you would try to type that in,
Oh yeah,
and
well, and it was hindered. You couldn't do it,
it
and
was
that's what they got sued over. So,
well, that was clear as day,
like,
and it
you
was
literally
so
just
fucking
type in Trump, and the first things that are going to come up are
Trump 162
162
lies,
lies and distortions in news conference, NPR fact checks. We received internal Trump documents,
manipulated Trump blows
blow
up
it up,
later. Every
millionaire.
fucking thing is bad.
Everything is bad. And look, everything before his actual website. And look at the news. It's Politico, it's NPR, it's the New
Yeah.
York Times, it's Daily Beast. They are all fairly left wing. So they curate
You're right, right.
a left
Well,
wing.
it's curating a like an overall like thesis of what you think about Trump. His like the overall mood is negative, right? All these things are just negative light,
Oh yeah. Well,
and
and look, AP News,
I mean,
CNN, AP News. I
which you,
do look at a lot. While they're biased, they do tell somewhat truth.
mm,
But they are very biased. Um, there is, I mean, cool, yeah, but they don't have the fucking picture of anything. You would think, what would be the number one Trump picture right now?
you goddamn right, you know what it is. Is that is him fucking fight, motherfucker? You know, which is
Trump Jesus? Really?
no Trump Jesus.
Please no. If any of
That's
y'all
the
are
that's the
viewing any politician as a god,
that's you're
you
wrong.
are dumb.
You're
You
yeah,
are dumb.
you're dumb.
And I have little respect for you
No respect for you.
because
It's dumb.
it's dumb.
It's very dumb. He's
And if you vote for a party just because you feel like it, this is why I believe we need civics tests to actually vote. I wouldn't mind.
ooh, I might
But
not be able to vote.
well, I mean,
I might be out.
but you have more informed voters at
Of
that
course.
point,
Of course.
you know. If you can't tell me where the fucking state of New York is,
Well, I feel like
or if you don't know what our constitution is,
yeah.
like even just the first 10 amendments to the constitution, sit down and read them. Read them. You will learn a
Well,
world.
I don't know what the 6th Amendment is, and I don't know what the 7th Amendment is, and I don't know what the 8th Amendment is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know what the first, I know what the second,
Uh-huh.
and I think that's about it.
The third is, I've read it so many fucking times. The fourth is improper search and seizure.
Hey, why don't you pass it to me instead of just put it down?
Yeah.
That'd be nice, right?
Yeah, that'd be nice. You fucking know what this one does.
This fucking guy.
I know.
We were smoking yesterday, dude. I'm staring. I'm not saying anything. He's bogarting the fucking joint. I'm not trying to say shit.
Through like half of the song.
No. We get to it's a 4-minute song. I finally get the joint at 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the fucking song.
So if you
So the first 10
amendments
amendments
are the Bill of Rights, yes,
Right.
That's why I said if you want to read anything, read the first 10
Read
amendments.
the Bill of Rights.
Read
Yeah.
the Bill of Rights. So you have the First Amendment, of course, is our freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of movement.
Ah,
So
how did they know to put number
they
one?
were fucking super intelligent.
What's crazy is how young they were when they were making.
Oh, they were younger than us. They were in their fucking 20s,
Early 20s, yeah.
early 20s. You know, So, Second Amendment is the right
To
to
bear
bear
arms.
arms,
Yep.
and it's we the people.
In order to form a more
Or
perfect
perfect union.
union.
Well, that's a different. Uh, I mean, yeah.
Okay, third.
Third Amendment is prevents
Government.
government from forcing homeowners. It allows that's your housing or
Yeah,
your
which was a big thing during the
big
war,
thing
but
during
not
British
not
War.
not
Yeah.
nothing we have to deal with now.
Oh, I mean,
I mean, Americans don't. Nobody's invaded our land.
well, no, we're not talking about that. We're talking. This is soldiers
Government
to
from forcing
allow
homeowners to
soldiers
lower
to use their homes.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, they would just be like, "Bitch, it's our."
bitch, get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
they're
our.
like, "No,
So,
no, no, no." Okay, that's very
Fourth
important.
Amendment is your unreasonable search and seizures.
Mm.
So you,
Yeah,
if they just straight up,
yeah. They can't.
they
They
can't
can't
legally
search
without
you
a warrant,
or without
probable
suspicion,
or probable cause, which they can be, which I think is
which is very
fucking
loose.
loose and
Very
it's
loose.
bullshit. Fifth Amendment is your right to not say anything. You can plead the fifth,
Oh
which
yeah, yeah.
means like you don't have to.
Person cannot be tried twice.
Rice,
There's double
yeah, it's double
jeopardy.
jeopardy
Just
process of laws.
okay.
Kind of you're innocent until proven guilty.
Got it. See, this is important.
Yeah. So we're just going on a history lesson today.
That's not a bad. That's not a bad thing. You should fucking know these 10 things
And that's what I'm
because
saying. They don't
they
teach
are
them in
important.
school anymore like they should. The Sixth Amendment is
Speedy.
the speedy trial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seventh Amendment is
Which there
the
is still.
right to a jury for
That's
federal
still a
cases.
loose fucking thing. The speedy trial.
Oh,
How
yeah.
fast,
Yeah.
motherfucker? How fast?
Well,
Because a year, because 6 months is faster than a year, but
Yeah.
it's still not fast.
well, what did it take me when I got arrested for the graffiti? It was in April.
Fucking Picasso over here.
Yeah, well. April, I think I was done with it by October.
Mm.
So it was 6 months that I had to deal with it. And those 6 months were fucking hell because that was the year that dad died too. So I was like, fuck.
What's the eighth?
The eighth is excessive bails and fines. So you can't be so like what's happening now with
They're
like
taking away bail money.
with the January 6thers
Okay.
is because they're just fucking throwing the book at them and
Mhm.
it's unreasonable.
Mm-hmm.
So they're actually violating that.
The Eighth Amendment.
Yes. It's a
Wow.
cruel and unusual punishment. While January 6th was not an erection. Yeah. Did you hear about that?
It was for some.
It was for some. Did you hear?
Some got erected.
Oh, let me see if I can find the video. But there's a video of them. Sorry. I get excited. Sorry. Uh, there's a video of them saying erection on live TV. I mean, insurrection. It was like
Oh God.
Chuck Schumer said
A
it.
blooper.
Yeah, a blooper reel.
What's your 10th?
The ninth that states specific rights of the Constitution does not mean that people do not have other rights that are not spelled out. So that was kind of the creation to add on to the Constitution later on. And the 10th Amendment says the federal government only has the powers to delegate in the Constitution. If it isn't listed, it belongs to the states or to the other people. So it takes a 2/3 actual states, to make a constitutional amendment. Did you know that? It takes 2/3 of the states.
I think at one point in time I did, but
Yeah. So,
I mean,
quick little history lesson.
We're so removed from all this
Because
in
they don't
general.
teach it.
Yeah,
They don't.
it's really fucked. They're too busy confusing our kids with stupid math.
Are we sure it's math that they're confusing our kids with?
That and fucking gender roles,
Yeah.
which it's like
They want a weak nation.
It's like
that's what they're getting.
It's like now we're gonna have two gender celebration parties in a kid's life, right? When they're born, and then also when they decide what they are.
Have you seen those videos of the?
Is that a real thing?
Yo, yeah.
Oh my god! Don't show me. I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch.
You can just see like disappointment on the
Of
father's face as
course.
he's like fighting to smile.
Of course.
It's so sad.
You know what's fucked, dude? Megan Fox, all three of her kids are transgender.
And what are the actually
What is
likelibility of that?
what is the statistical likelihood of that?
Yeah.
Fucking in the quadruple billions.
Yeah. Like
I mean, in
one
in the
in trillion
yes,
probably. Like
not
I'm not going to type it in on Google because they're
don't.
not going to give me a fucking accurate result and I'm going to have to search pay for pages for it.
It's dumb.
But
It's dumb. Every day
it is
it gets
literally
dumber.
less than 1% of the population before all of this shit started happening, before this fucking
I feel like
outbreak
the
of
fight back is getting better.
oh, it is
I feel like there was a time
time
where
where
the tide was taking over,
yeah,
but now the tide's kind of receding because
well,
the ground is rising.
yeah,
And I feel like we're kind of like, okay,
this is getting a bit fucking
this is
much.
getting way too much.
Yeah,
Way too much.
I
It's
don't care what the fuck you are or how you want to identify, but don't force me to believe in your fucking delusion.
yeah, like that, I mean that's making me participate in
This might be one of those special episodes we only release to like certain people.
yeah, no, it's all right. It's all right. Nobody's watching us yet.
Well, yeah, but
Yet.
the internet's forever.
Hey, they'll go back. Fuck it, man. I'll tell you what, they're not gonna have a Joe Rogan compilation of me saying the N word for an hour
Oh.
and 30 minutes.
No.
That's not gonna be on my fucking bucket list.
Yeah. Definitely not that out
That's
there.
wild, dude. That was wild.
And it was it
And
was
he's
so
like, that's racist.
uh
Yeah, man.
by the way, Joe Rogan, I don't care. Um
Are you talking to Papa
where
Joe right now?
oh yeah, I am.
Okay, Papa Joe.
I don't care if you vote for RFK as long as it's not fucking Kamala. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, why is that? What's I've been seeing some
Well, and
stupid shit.
he didn't even endorse him. He was just saying he liked RFK.
Yes, yes.
And he said that multiple times. He's had RFK on there.
He
You
did have
know.
RK on there, didn't
And
he?
then okay, so Trump was petty.
Why? Oh, because did
Trump
said some shit
said
about
some
him, right?
shit, yeah.
Which
He
is
was
fucked.
like, I wonder how many boos you're gonna get
When he
when
comes
you
out to
comes into
UFC?
UFC. Yeah.
None.
None because
That's Papa Joe, dog.
yeah.
Come on
Like
now.
but
He's
I do have to commend that
what?
the one thing that is cool about it is Trump does run his own fucking fucking media page.
Yeah, that's a good and bad thing.
Oh, 100%.
So
100%.
like that's
It is, but it is also one of those things where it's like
it's a good and bad thing.
Kofifi.
I forgot about that.
You know, but
Yeah.
he's just one of us. He's not paying some staffer to fucking be on there, you know? And the motherfucker, he does say what he wants to say. I gotta respect that.
Yeah, I respect that in that light. I also respect him as a golf player,
Yeah.
as a guy who I enjoy golf as watching and playing the video game. I don't I have no urge to go out and get clubs and walk a course. I mean, I feel like partly people get into it, they're like, bro, you get to drive a golf cart.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
It's
the
like, okay,
fucking.
of course, but I don't know.
But I would drop like you. Okay. Because you can get drunk out there on a golf course.
I don't give a fuck about that.
No, I know. But imagine you're paying somebody, you know, if you don't bring your own stuff, you're paying for like somebody to bring you drinks
Mhm.
at some of these like higher end golf
Yeah,
courses.
well, cool. I'm gonna drink an $18 Bud Light. Like,
Oh, it's
awesome,
probably a $25
like,
Bud
awesome,
Light. Yeah.
awesome. I'm so lucky.
Yeah.
No, I can miss that. I could still enjoy. I can appreciate a hell of a good golf shot,
Oh,
a
yeah.
hell of a good putt. You know what I mean? We can play the game that we always fall back to, motherfucker.
Yeah.
We got almost 800 hours on the fucking whatever,
I
dude.
do. But that is a good. I
It's
love that game.
it's
and
an
it's a
amazing
good.
fucking game. It's
And I almost did not get to play it.
yep. You did get help, and that help was much appreciated. Yeah, dude, that was a wild time. Like, because you were so frustrated and there was just nothing I could do.
Well, I dropped a fucking bill on a game,
Yeah.
and it was like,
But now, it's like now that was like one of the best games you've ever like the best buy on a game you've ever had because you've
yeah.
never put that many hours in a game before. And it's a fucking golf sports game.
I don't know. Back in the day when I was playing zombies on Call of Duty, like
Oh,
old
yeah.
school days, yeah, I probably had
Have you
as
seen the
many.
new zombies?
I don't give a fuck.
That's fair. Good. Good. I have no plans on buying it. I mean,
I will never buy another Call of Duty game. It's copy and paste.
yeah.
It is copy and paste
Have
anymore.
you seen that the other free shooter I showed you?
Yeah.
I forget what's it called.
No, it looked good. It was
It's
like
like
a
it's a
battlefield.
yeah, yes. And that's what motherfucker want, man. We want that kind of shit. We want to be in Iraq shooting motherfuckers like that. Like that's where we want to be. We want to be on some real mission type shit. Like I don't want to
That
see
is just naturally, I think, a human trait is like you want to be that fucking
as a man. I
as
feel
a
like
man,
yes.
especially like you just want to be that protector naturally.
Well, as a masculine man,
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Well,
listen, dude.
they're
Hey,
putting chemicals in the damn water, turn the frogs gay.
he was right about a lot of things. That one thing though, he was wrong about.
That one
That
thing
one thing was a big thing.
was a huge thing. And what sucks is I kind of feel for him because it wasn't even he was talking about it, and what got him into trouble was his fucking subscribers and shit because they were going after the families and shit of Sandy Hook. Like, like
Yeah, but he still said some
he
wild
said
shit.
some wild shit, yes, but that's
And have
fucking
and
Alex Jones too.
but having a I don't be done. I'm not done with it. I like it. God, this has flavor like a motherfucker. I'm so
Got it in
surprised.
Mexico earlier.
Oh, Jesus. Guadalupe's crazy with the flavors. Hey.
Just whoa, okay, where's
What?
Acapulco?
Acapulco.
Yeah,
I remember, listen, I remember a land race. I think it was Acapulco Gold. That was like one of the original
yeah.
last land races of good old Mary Jane. How you gonna spell that, big dog?
Bro, I'm having a hard time.
And it ain't helping too. There's no assist.
Pol. There we go.
Bro, I would
Dude,
yeah.
I just had to sit there for a minute. I'm like, wait a
Guerrero
second.
I can't even roll my
Guerrero.
Guerrero.
And you have the last name. Guerrero.
Don't worry about what my last name has.
Yayo tomato.
You don't know my life, dog.
Fucking
You don't know
tomato sauce.
you don't know my heritage. You know what the best comeback you can get me with too? You're like, you don't know your heritage. I'm like, yeah,
You
you're right,
really
I
don't.
don't.
You really don't know your heritage. I know more about mine than you.
Dude, there was a girl at the bar.
Just because I have a pretty specific last name now.
Yeah. Yeah, man. There's a girl at the bar that was like offended that I didn't know my race and like what my heritage was. She was like deeply, deeply offended that I was like, well,
I
you
never cared.
like you don't know where you're from? Like what? Okay, first of all, chill with the attitude. I'm not trying to fuck you. Okay? We could step that aside, right? I you just asked where I was. That's you know what I mean? You just asked. But see, that's what fucking happens at the bar, man. That's why I don't fucking vibe with that fucking
Who was it? Okay.
Okay, Mr. Cool Guy.
Yeah.
He's got some tricks up his sleeve now.
That's funny.
Well, yeah. And the real truth was, I was. But, anyways, like I said, I can't vibe with that fucking that drunk energy. it's just not. It's not what I want. Like, dude, like
Well,
I know
yeah,
we talked
and
to.
they get fucking
They,
sloshed, bro.
they,
They are
yeah,
fucking. I'm like, Cody, I can't keep up with you.
dude, Cody, dude,
That dude, I love him, but he can fucking drink.
God,
He will drink me under the
God,
damn
no
table.
fucking shit.
If I didn't have to drive, yeah, but like,
Yeah, we gotta make it home, motherfucker.
yeah, like
We saw what
I'm
happens.
having maximum like 3 beers in a 5 hour period,
Yeah, bro. Well,
like
bro, we saw what happens on the fucking 45. Motherfucker flew off that shit.
that was crazy.
A motherfucker flew off. I
And
don't
I
know.
did not read anything about that.
Well, must have been a Trump
Well,
supporter.
oh, yes.
Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But
I
you
want
know,
Ron Paul. I'll never get
listen,
a Ron Paul though.
listen. I'm just a guy that's like I look at the positive things, right? Like school shootings have been down and it's been great, but they're about to go up.
That's
Fortunately,
depressing.
it's
That's
sad.
depressing because
It's sad.
it's all fabricated. They fucking
It's
get
a
into these minds of these kids.
The thing that trips me out is like
I'm pretty sure.
that's a thing that other countries tell their like kid like when they go to America is to watch out
Yeah.
for random shootings. And it's like how do you even like we're so used to it and so like
Yeah, but we're
detached.
not even the top. Like,
I know, but being an American,
yeah.
you know that we're so and despite the reason why you're that way is multi-layered because you know for one it's probably fabricated, for two the stats aren't what they say they are, and blah,
Oh,
blah, blah.
yeah.
But what I'm saying, we are all kind of numb to hearing these fucking shootings that go on, right? I am kind of just because it's like it goes on. Like,
Yeah. It's
admittedly, I feel like
sensitive.
everybody is. You want to lie, say you're not. You're a fucking liar. But that's the truth. And I'm saying you is multi-layered just because of what your comprehension is of how the media displays shootings
Oh,
and
yeah.
what the fuck they like to talk about or how they like to list it, who did it, how
Yeah.
many people died, and you know what I mean. You seem to. So that's when I
Yeah. Oh,
say.
yeah.
So when I say you're numb, I know that it's for multi reasons.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's so fucking crazy that that's a thing that other countries fucking tell like go you got to be careful about this, watch out going to the mall, you know what I mean, watch out going to a concert.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I know you're rolling your eyes because you know it's multi-layered,
I know.
but it's still happened enough times that it has to be talked about somehow, you know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
And this isn't me being like, because you can't fix the gun problems by taking the guns away. That
No, you're just taking the guns away from
from
good
good people.
guys.
Yeah, exactly. That's all that.
Because
And I
let me tell
totally
you,
understand that now.
the
I
criminals are still
totally
going to
get
have the guns. They're not going to give them up.
exactly. Logically, how the fuck? You know what I mean? Like that's the thing that blows my mind because because you know me, I'm not into guns like that. Like
Yeah.
I could take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I could take it or leave it.
But
It's
you understand the importance of it.
oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. But it's just like how my views have changed
Yeah.
over so because I at one point I was like, do you really need an AR-15? But because I'm looking at it as a practical standpoint of like I don't like guns that much anyways,
Yeah.
and that's a bigger gun than just like a pistol, right? But
But
hold on,
yeah.
let me finish. And I wouldn't necessarily I'm like I wouldn't see the need for that, but that doesn't mean that because when you step into the realm of limiting the type of guns and limiting anything in that realm,
Yeah.
you lay the tracks for more shit to
Oh,
be.
yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
give an inch and they take a
Yes,
mile.
100%. And that's the realization I've had over the years. And,
Yeah.
you know, I totally get like just because, you know, like I have different reasons why I won't own a gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, but
Well,
I'm
you
like,
have a kid. There's multiple. Yeah.
but you, you know, and your love and you're smart. and you're cautious with everything that you've ever
Yeah.
had or had at one point in time, don't
Yeah.
have anymore.
Because they're lost at the bottom of a lake somewhere
Yeah, well, we're in Mexico right now,
in
so
Mexico.
that's the truth, and I'm sticking to it. Um,
We're in Acapulco.
we're in Acapulco right now, Guerrero, Mexico. Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm terrible, but yeah. So it's like I've learned to just appreciate that fact of like you don't step in that realm of limiting guns or whatever
Yeah.
because yeah, you're only affecting the good people.
Oh yeah. The ones that will abide by the law.
Hmm. Because if you were to take a look at all the gun related incidents and then separate those between like shit that was like clear, like, yeah, that was like clear, this is a criminal type shit, this was self defense, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
If you were to look at all that shit, because no matter what, you're not going to be able to find that information
Oh, okay.
by,
No.
by, but just, I'm saving you the thing because what I'm saying is like, even if you had all that information, the numbers of the people that like were good owners and registered and all that shit are going to be way less than criminal. Okay. That's how you were going to go? Okay. Can they see this?
I can flip it over. Sure can.
Okay, cuz I'm rambling and he types and this is look, this is the rare thought if anybody is even watching or still with us at this point, but he types in how many unsolved murders in USA. There's nearly of homicide, non-neglect, manslaughter, 340,000 cases.
Of just unsolved
But
murders.
this is to 2022.
Yeah.
So,
But
I'm going to be hopeful and say they solved all those cases.
no.
No, not the case. Never
Not the case.
ever the case.
See?
Yeah.
Clearance like
Yeah, Alaska. How many of those are fucking animal
lost in
related?
yeah, I
Or
know.
fucking yeah, took a left when you should have took a right.
Yeah.
I don't
But I
know, man.
mean, it's one of those things.
It's yeah, well that's what I'm saying. When you step in that realm of talking about what you can and can't have with guns,
Mhm.
it's crazy because you're only limiting the good people that are going to follow the laws anyways,
Oh yeah.
right? Like that's all and that sounds like I'm the most right leaning guy ever talking like
Well,
that. But you know me on
yeah.
the other hand as not that,
Not
right?
at all.
Like
But you understand the importance. And that's all it's
I have reasoning and I feel like
yeah.
that's
Well,
evaporated.
common sense is evaporating. I
Yes.
do believe our collective intelligence is going down. I do believe TikTok and other shit like that has a big
It's how you use it, motherfucker.
oh 100% it is
How
how
you
you
use
use
it.
it. If you use it for actually gaining informational purposes, it's a really good
I
thing.
use it for motivation.
Yeah. You know.
As corny as it sounds, there's a lot of videos I've saved that I still listen to that it's like a mantra for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like,
But how many hours a day do you spend on TikTok?
well, I don't look at it at all when I'm working.
Yeah.
So I only look at it when I come home. And when I'm home,
But
I'm
what
like,
could you be doing better with your time instead of scrolling? And I'm guilty of this too. But what could you be doing better with your time than just scrolling TikTok?
there's always things. There's always things. But I feel like I do put in enough work for the end of the day. Because we do the gym.
Oh yeah.
And when we're not doing the gym, we're doing podcast stuff.
And we're doing comedy nights and
Yep.
like
And yeah, double dipping on the fucking comedy shit. And so yeah, I do feel okay with some nights. I mean, but still plagued by the idea that, I could always do more. There's always more to be had.
yeah.
But like I said, with the show coming up and just trying to fucking focus and zero in on like like my real set and having to change some fucking things
Yeah.
around, which is a bummer. Like I really hope I can listen. I told you this.
I seriously think you're just gonna have to burn it.
I I'm gonna talk to Tony Cruz.
I would talk
I'm
to
gonna
him.
talk to Tony Cruz. I don't know if he's would ever watch this, but I'm gonna talk to Tony Cruz because if he's like, nah, bro, that's a different thing. Because because check this out. If I was a real shitbag, do you think I'd care? Do you think I'd be even considering doing something different? Would I've even told anybody? Would I've made a stink about it? No. I would have just continued on like life didn't like it wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
But it's something that's been bothering me since I saw that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
It, and for what
the
people,
fucking likelihood of what, and it just being a throwaway too is like,
yeah, which
but
what I kind of find like that's kind of funny in a way
yeah,
because it's like I'm
but you to do that literally
the week
the week before,
or that same week because it
yeah,
was that Tuesday and
yeah,
and that special came out Saturday.
that was crazy.
It is crazy. It's fucking insane. And for people that are wondering what we're talking about, um, I had written a joke that uh that it just so happened that Papa Joe had mentioned it in his special.
Like, well, Justin's punchline to the joke was like a throwaway in Joe's
Yes.
special
Yes. And so like when he fucking said it, me and Brandon both
because I mean,
we looked at each other
because we
like,
were watching it live, of
yeah.
course, when it's dropping, and we just fucking just shocked. Like,
I know Brandon like puts his hand
I'm
here.
like, what the fuck?
He could not fucking believe it. I couldn't fucking believe it. It took me like 10, 15 minutes to like come back to the special, which
Yeah,
kind of sucks 'cause I've had to rewatch it. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Even when that part happens, I'm like, but so there's a part in the special where where Joe says one of my punchlines in a way that isn't like it isn't his like I guess it's a joke, but isn't a joke. Like it isn't the main course like mine is,
yeah,
right? Like and that's what like also fucking sucks is like this guy is this fucking comedy legend, right? And I'm over here stressing because this is one of my big point jokes that I've written that I thought was great and clever and had a great little turn and I was kind of proud of myself. I was proud of myself. I'm not gonna lie. I'm proud
yeah,
of myself because it came to me and I was like, holy fuck! What am I gonna? Okay, this
yeah,
would be funny.
yeah,
And then to hear like my fucking idol, my fucking hero, fucking say that shit,
yeah. It was just,
and then so like simultaneously hearing that and then just of how fast it goes, it's like, oh my god. Okay, so the only people that are going to hear that are the people that are comedy nerds, and the only people that are comedy nerds are the people that go to the comedy shows that I fucking try to perform at, are in front of the comedians that I fucking perform at, and they're going to hear that shit, and they're going to fucking think I'm a hack that I stole from fucking Joe. That whole thought ran through in about point 0.5 fucking seconds,
yep. I couldn't
and
fucking.
I'm like,
Oh well,
so like I said,
what are you gonna do about it?
this Tuesday, I'm going to I'm going to talk to Tony and I'm going to ask his opinion on what he thinks I should do with that
Yeah,
because he's a guy who over time I've kind of chatted with and we both respect each other and I mean lately one dude was performing and Tony was like that's a fucking Jesselnick joke and just called out this dude on stage.
yeah. I remember that.
And I was fucking completely like impressed and taken away by that just because like I'm all about like honor. Like I'm all about like what's like justified and like what's right is
Oh
right.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what's fair is fucking fair, and like you earn your shit, dude. Like don't be a fucking pussy and try and steal from people
Yeah.
and whatever. So like hearing him,
What was it? Carlos Mencia?
yeah, bro, you don't want to be a fucking Carlos Mencia, dude.
No.
It's fucking terrible. That guy, and with that guy still won't even like come
And
back and admit it.
no.
Like he's like being a bitch about it. Like fuck off, dude. You're
Didn't he try a special a couple years ago and it fucking
I don't know.
flopped?
He's been trying to come back, I think, and what's like I can't even imagine being in that. I would never allow myself to be in that.
Yeah.
I would never. You know what I mean? Because it I couldn't enjoy it. If it wasn't from me and me coming up with it and like it wouldn't feel good.
Yeah.
It would be fake. It would feel wrong. It would be like laying in somebody else's bed. It you know what I mean? It would feel just awkward. Like I shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
And some people don't care about that.
Nope.
And that's disgusting. So like I said, having Tony fucking call out that dude was really dope, and like I went up and talked to him, and we've kind of been like cool and cordial at
Yeah.
you know. And so like his opinion about that is important because like I feel like somebody like that would understand like where I'm coming from and like why I would want to approach this situation. Like why I would want to talk to him about this kind of joke. Like
Yeah.
this thing. This is what happened. Like and it's so crazy because when I tell people, they're like, no fucking way. And then
Yeah.
I whip out fucking Netflix on my phone. I show them this, but they're like, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, dude. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, and they're so
I need to send you that one so you have it. Yeah.
exactly. Well, as the thing that's important about that is when you recorded it.
Yeah.
It's the timestamp of
Yeah.
that. That's the whole fucking.
That's the whole thing.
That's the whole money to it.
Yeah.
And but like I said, when I've told some of my friends about it, there's like, yeah, fucking yeah, right. I'm like, no, like here.
Yeah.
They're like, holy shit, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What do you I don't fucking know.
I mean, we blew Jacob's mind that night. So.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Like all I can think of is like that's such a weird coincidence that like the universe is like winking at me.
His little brown eyes winking at
It's
you.
like the little brown eye, the little turd coming out, my opportunity. And then
Yeah.
the very next day, this is the other thing that's crazy. I don't think you put this together, but the very next day, I
Yeah.
got the poster for the show.
Oh yeah. You did, didn't you?
That's kind of fucking crazy too,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Most definitely.
Like, what the fuck does that mean? You know,
Yeah.
like it's insane, man. I mean, I have been fucking pushing and chasing this fucking dream and pushing my luck and just keep going and in hopes of getting on a show, you know, week after week, getting overlooked, you know, fucking bypassed fucking other people over me.
Oh yeah.
And this is my fucking time. You know what I mean? This is my fucking chance, dude. Fuck what the fuck ever. Like, this is what I got going on. And I had a talk with Caden when we were going to Ross today, just about like, I explained to him about my dad.
Yeah.
And I just was like, I want you to know what's in your blood. Like, you come from men who have the ability to rise from ashes and be something.
Yeah.
Like my dad did 10 years in prison and came out and started his business and now he's fucking banking. Like
Yeah.
now he's fucking kicking ass.
Yeah.
And he's asked me twice that he's like, I'm gonna need you to fucking come out here and help me run this company.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't, dude. Like
Not right now.
I fucking I got
You gotta
I
fight this one out.
yeah, like no. Like there is a parachute right there.
Yeah.
I have no interest in that at all. Like all I see is my dream.
Yeah. That's
like,
how it should be.
and chasing that shit and just being the best I can be. And I just want to make people laugh and have a good time. And I want to build this up. I want to help us. I want to elevate you. It's a lot of things I want to fucking do.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like for once in my life, I'm actually getting real close, closer than I've ever felt. I've never felt this close to like where I want to be.
Yeah. It's
So
got to be a good feeling. I'm getting there.
yeah, it's a feeling too.
Yeah.
Like yes, we're about to wrap this up, but um, it is like you got some things too, man. Like, dude, you've been working really hard in the gym. You lost a lot of fucking weight. You stayed consistent with your diet. You fought all through all those bad days, those days you felt like shit, all
Oh
that
yeah.
shit you didn't want to fucking do anything, you still did. You got up and you did what you needed to do. And I'm fucking proud of you, dude.
Oh, thank you. I'm proud of you too,
I
brother.
mean, it's fucking commendable. And about time you have like some good things in your life going on right now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I don't know how much I'm allowed to discuss.
We'll wait on that.
Okay. But anyways, I just look, I love you, brother,
Love you too,
and
brother.
I'm so glad to be doing this thing and having you on this journey.
Oh,
So,
yeah, well.
but I'm Justin,
And I'm Brandon.
and this is the Laughing Grass podcast, and thanks for listening.
Peace.